Sony lies to us yet again. Demon's Souls will not be 100% ready for PlayStation 5. Hey guys, so many of you have felt something stirring, and there's some disturbing news going around the internet about the PlayStation 5 that we just don't like. It seems that the only PlayStation 5 exclusive game will now not be fully optimized for the PlayStation 5. What kind of sick joke is this? But before telling you everything, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on a thing. Guys, we're finally here. The month of November, also known as the month when we will finally be able to play the next generations of consoles. Over the next couple of days, there's gonna be a lot of interesting news that we do not want you to miss out on. That's why Zooming Games will be here to bring you the best news and all the interesting stories around the block about the next generation consoles. So first out of the block is the news that Demon's Souls will not support ray tracing, which kind of defeats the point of playing it on the next generation consoles, right? For those who don't know what ray tracing is, it is the software that is responsible for improving the lighting, shadows, and reflections within a game. It's an algorithm that makes the scenes in the video games closer to reality, but has one big disadvantage, which is that the frames per second, rather FPS, performance is severely penalized. That said, in a recent interview, the game's creative director Gavin Moore said, "We don't actually implement ray tracing in Demon's Souls. It's not because we couldn't or because the PlayStation 5 couldn't do it, it's fully capable of doing it." Some words that the community did not like after they swore at first that the game would have such technology. Of course, it comes down to money. When they began to plan, they didn't take into account this lighting technique, which has a high cost in the money and time. But come on guys, it's almost 2021 and ray tracing is an important part of the next generation. In fact, Cyberpunk 2077 is going to have it, and the game has been in development for 8 years and counting. Let me just put on my tinfoil hat here. This got us wondering, is it really about the game and development time, or maybe the PlayStation 5 isn't as powerful as everyone thinks, and that is why they decided to cut these things? What do you think about this, guys? We really want to see one of those reviews by a tech-savvy YouTuber explaining everything about the PlayStation 5. On the internet, as per usual, there are always two sides. On the one hand, we have those who affirm that it's really not that bad, as long as they can play 4K or 2K at 120 or 60 frames per second instead of the 30 that ray tracing can offer. And on the other hand, there are those who prefer that native 4K tracing at 30 frames per second is where it's at, because then what's literally the point of buying the next gen console? Whose side are you on? The problem with this is not that Demon's Souls does not have this technology, but that once again Sony deceives us saying that their games were going to have ray tracing from the get-go, in the same way that they told us that Spider-Man Miles Morales and Sackboy Big Adventure were going to be PS5 exclusives, and now they're also on PlayStation 4. In other words, the only PlayStation 5 exclusive will not be fully prepared for the PlayStation 5 either. We don't know what to think anymore. What do you think? This has us and most gamers alike thinking maybe it's better to wait until next year to get the next generation consoles and all the fully optimized games. We'll be waiting on those gameplay reviews for the new consoles from MKBHD and others before making any decisions. Will you?